I got to get an engineer in here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on and appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sorry for that. I just blew your ears out. Probably lost 100 viewers. They were like, I'm done with this guy. Can't even run a board. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on and appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me. And that is your time. You're with the crypto lifer, baby. And if you were in my group, we called a short. We want Snowy. They want Snowy. They're calling for Snowy. I don't know if he can handle it, though. We could try Snowy if you want. We could try Snowy. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on and appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. What a beautiful day it is to be here. And look, we started the morning talking about the DXY, saying this cannot pump across my green area. And what happened? The DXY pumped hard as all could believe. We also talked about having a short on the record for Bitcoin, didn't I? Who heard me call short this morning in the Bitcoin update that I gave to my group at 8:30 this morning? I said, you know what? I am calling short right now because we can't get a candle to close above 20,300. You know what I'm saying? And it was highly likely we were going to dump to the downside. We were watching this flag. I said the dollar index cannot break above the zone, and it did. Here comes the bird handler. Here comes the bird handler. Aquila the bird handler.
On this side?
Yeah.
All right, hopefully he stays.
This is where he likes it the most. Ooh, stay.
Boy.
The mic scares him a little bit, but if I can keep him in the mic. All right, there he is. He was here last time and he could see himself a little better. I think he likes this, and he likes the lighting. I think he likes the lighting, makes him happy. Thank you so much, Aquila.
You're welcome.
You have been such a wonderful house guest. You have brought so much light and love and happiness to the live stream and to everybody's life. If I stop the Zoom there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Your wife is amazing. Well, that's her cousin, but her whole family is amazing. So, look, we called this, sad to say. I was hoping we wouldn't. I said, I don't want to see us get above my green area, and we did. So, it doesn't mean the end of the world, okay? We could still be in some type of a rejection point, but, we're very oversold in the 1 hour. About to get a pullback, but bam, the dollar got the beast mode beam. And now we could say we may not be double topping here. We're breaching the double top. However, could we make one of these? In comparison, it's a chance. But right now, what we did not want to happen did happen. And we can see that we ended up taking a beatdown. So if you're in my trading group, we were privy to this. We had you at hello. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and what was going on. So we're looking at Bitcoin here inside this channel now. Bitcoin could dump even worse, but look, the 1 hour just getting started for the dump, and you can see Bitcoin starting to fall back. My measured move is 19,136 for Bitcoin. So likely we're going to see 19,000 for Bitcoin on our way to the downside. We did call a short this morning in the trading group. So if you're in the trading group, we were spot on yet again. You're like, how can this guy be spot on every single day of the week? You know what? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But here we have you at hello. I've been talking about this short for a few days now. Honestly, the short's already up from when we first got in, somewhere around this area here on that POC. Up 3.63% on the short. So the short already doing really good numbers. You're pretty good. But this super chat is for Snowy. Shout out to Crypto Rambler for the $5 super chat for Snowy. And Snowy already pulling in $6.99 in the dip. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it, everyone. Let's get the likes up to the watchers, everybody. Let's get those likes all the way up, baby. Because we're going to make money on the short today, and we're going to make money. No matter what happens in the market, we're going to be making gains. So we're calling short. Why? The 1 hour looks good. The 4 hour looks absolutely beautiful. Let's see how good the short can get. Now, it could go sideways. It doesn't mean we're going to get a lovely move. I'll be looking to pull profits somewhere around here at 190 at the next resistance point. That's where I would take a little nibble, and we'll go from there. But so far, the short is pushing to the upside. However, the dollar index just pushed up. Doesn't seem like it has much more gas than it has right there. So it tells me that it may stall out at one point. All right. Why am I saying that? Because the 1 hour and the 15 minute are getting very, very extended. Okay. So very, very extended. You see that? Likely we're going to get some type of pullback, but what a move for the dollar index. And again, it was in a bit of a bull pennant there with a measured move to the upside. And, going to 110.15. And we were all over this. We did not want to see this. I had a dream. My wife cheated on me. Let's make some money, man. Everyone said that's a good thing. BTC dumping. Really? Really? Because we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? 19,833 for Bitcoin, right? And we had you. You know, if you were in my trading group this morning, I called the short on the market. There's really nothing else I could have called on it. And why did I call the short? Let me break it down for you. Let me be nice and break it down. So look, we had a resistance here at 20,500, 20,004, really, 20,004. Then look, resistance, resistance, resistance. If you go to the 15, you can see it even clearer. Then we made 20,300 resistance. Right here, see? We couldn't get above, couldn't get above, couldn't get above. And I kept saying, if you can't get a candle to close above 20,300, 20,500, you're going to the downside. You see what I'm saying? And you need to learn how to make money both ways. If you do not know how to make money both ways, you're going to be in a bit of a pickle. However, I'll tell you what, which is interesting. I'll tell you what right now. The 15-minute is getting oversold, and we're in a falling wedge. So even though the shorts look powerful, the bears just don't seem to have a lot of steam. This is interesting. So Bitcoin is attempting to hold the 19,800 level. And look, we can't go below the 19,005. That is our line in the sand. You go to 19,005, you go to 19K, and then we go even lower. We're going to give you some big boy ideas now too. We're going to look at BTC, USD on the all-time history index. All right? We're going to look at the all-time history index for Bitcoin. Can I get the likes up to the watches? I have a freaking bird on my shoulder, for crying out loud. If that doesn't get me 500 likes, like what is going on in this world? Like, do I need to dance on a unicycle in my Speedo? Blindfolded? What else do you want out of me? For crying out loud. Do I need to do this upside down, hanging from my sack? You know what I'm saying? What else do you want? Please stop real quick and hit the like button. Help Snowy support, help the show support the best Crypto TA channel on YouTube. The bird is real, but the human, I'm not sure. A human can be this accurate every single day. Shout out to Jamie. I am a bot, all right? I am a time-traveling bot. They created me to battle the market makers, all right? The market makers found Satoshi. They took him out. Satoshi had a long-lost orphanage son. Someone came to him and told him who he was, right? And so what he did is he went back in time, created a bot, a cyborg, which was me, and then he released it when he went back in time onto the market makers. So I am the cyborg created by the long-lost orphan of Satoshi's son. And we're back to do damage, John Connor style. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. So look, 15-minute is oversold, attempting to hold the zone here, all right? You do have slight bullish divergence. Let me show you what I see here. This is called exaggerated bullish divergence. That is a flat line, but here is a line to the upside. So far, that is called exaggerated bullish divergence, all right? Exaggerated bullish when the price action is flat, Snowy, okay? Price action is flat, but the RSI moves to the upside, you know. Best bot indicator, you are sorry for Miss Marshall. You're funny. I'm sorry, Miss Marshall. Ooh, I am for real. So, never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. So, look, we're still in the zone. And honestly, Bitcoin is holding a higher low. So, again, it's okay that Bitcoin can hold the zone. And this is nice right now. We're holding this node. We're stuck on this node right now. We're like, can we hold the node? 15-minute is praying for a hold up, right? 1 hour is also an indecision. 15-minute is saying, hey, enough is enough. The dollar index may have topped out there. To me, look, the 1 hour is done. The 15 minutes cooked. You're done on the 1 hour and the 15-minute. Like if I was in a trade right there, I would definitely take some profit. So now what you're looking at is for a flag on the DXY. And if it can be bearish for Bitcoin, it's going to stay in this flag and never get below the zone. I would love to see some bearish divergence and just a bang to the downside. Look at the strong bearish divergence that we have here. I mean, swinging to the upside here, clear as day. Swinging to the downside on the RSI. I mean, that is bearish divvy. Even though we breached the double top, there's still a chance that we bearish divergence here to the downside. And the daily even has bearish divergence. Okay? So the bigger time frame also has bearish divvy. You see it here, look. Swing up to swing up. Now it's even sharper bearish divergence. I know it's getting messy, but all you need to know is you have a high, you have a second high, it swings up, and the RSI swings down. You see this? So you have bearish divergence on the daily, bearish divergence on the 4 hour. it's just highly unlikely this continues to the upside. But anything is possible, so we're going to watch the 1 hour flag because we don't know. So the oscillators are giving us a probability, but we can't push on that. So we're going to watch this flag on the DXY. That's really going to give us our informative move for Bitcoin. It's going to teach us a lot about what's happening, about where we're going. Okay? For sure. All right? TNX and DXY pumping. It's going to crash soon. I'm looking for a dump right now for the dollar index. I believe that is it. And look, it had a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. Look at that, to the upside. So I'm expecting a pullback. Honestly, if I was in a short, shorts look like they're going to be sideways. I have to be honest. Looks like Bitcoin's going to stay sideways in the wedge. So I'm looking for Bitcoin to get a bounce here, back to the top of the channel and get tight in the channel. I believe we're going to hold here at 19,880 based on where the dollar index just doesn't seem to have much more steam. So it looks like we're going to hold here. All right. Sad to say the shorts really didn't produce a lot of sideways behavior. I mean, the probabilities was to be short, but right now Bitcoin's putting a stand in at 19,800, 19,090. All right. Now I've talked about this area before. Why did I talk about this area in depth? Well, I'm going to show you right now. We're just going to hide some of my work here by making a group. You can right click, hit this, then create a group of drawings. Then you can just remove your group of drawings real quick. So beautiful. We go to the weekly chart. All right. And if we look at the weekly really close, all right, you can see that we have support here for Bitcoin at 19,300. That is our last big weekly support. It's almost like we're making a bit of a double bottom here. See it? I've seen the weekly flip before. It could happen. The 2 week could flip the weekly, and the 2 week is extremely low. I've been telling people this for a while, all right, that I buy when the 2 week is below the dotted line. These are the greatest prices for Bitcoin in the history of Bitcoin. Whether we go to 10K, 12K, 17K, 19K, anywhere in here, I call this the golden zone, all right? Anytime you get near here, near the 200 on the 2 week chart, if you're in a stone's throw away from the 200 and you're below the 100-day moving average on the 2 week chart, that is the golden zone. I'm just telling you, these are the greatest areas to buy Bitcoin in the history of your life. You believe me, or you don't have to believe me. I'm not a financial advisor. You have to believe in yourself. You have to find your own conviction like I did over time. Another thing that I want to talk about that nobody else is talking about is this is a swing low to another swing low, because that doesn't come in contact or doesn't go in between. You can make that a swing low to swing low. I take the same swing low to swing low here. That is an uptrend. That is hidden bullish divergence. Tells me that the trend will continue to the upside. We will make a higher high, higher than this high, somewhere October 2023 area. You know what I'm saying? And then we go into the halving. So we're not that far off. You know what I'm saying? The halving is less than 2 years ahead. It took me more than 2 years. It took me 4 years to get as good at crypto, as good at trading crypto and figuring out TA and all this stuff and the dollar index, Bitcoin dominance. You can figure out technical analysis. You can know how to draw a line, but you know how to juxtapose the dollar index with the Bitcoin dominance, with US tether dominance. You know how to look at world markets. You know how to look at 5 different assets at a time and then find the pinpoint accurate way to trade. See, that's different. See, what I teach on my channel is far more than technical analysis. I call it asset juxtaposition. All right. And I'm going to frame that. I teach asset juxtaposition because through asset juxtaposition, and I'm coining that phrase, I've never heard it on YouTube, but through asset juxtaposition, we're able to really pinpoint ratios and inverse behaviors. Through inverse behaviors, we're able to pinpoint and be accurate. So we're not just looking at one chart. We're looking at the world charts. We're taking a whole slew of information to be sleuths. Slew and sleuths, get it? A whole slew of information. We are sleuths on the channel. You're again making mistakes. It will not crash. Anything, we don't know. I'm not making mistakes. I don't know what could happen. See, here again, me. You're funny. We don't know what's going to happen. That's why you can't call me making a mistake, because I don't know what's going to happen. I've never claimed to know where Bitcoin's going to go. Never in my life. You know, today I said we're probably going to go sideways, but that's true. You know what I mean? Looks like we're going to hold. Look, we're at 1988. We're back at 19.9. You know what I'm saying? So we're looking for a hold for BTC, in my humble opinion. All right. So to me, these are the greatest prices. Even if the dollar continues to pump high to 120, that's going to put Bitcoin at 10K. That's going to give you great prices for Bitcoin. Nothing to be worried about. You know what I'm saying? And then 2-3 years from now, you get the halving. It's going to be a beautiful thing. So I'm excited for crypto. Why do you do this and go on my head? Oh. So he was done. Hurt my head too. Yeah, he's off. He heard the baby and stuff, and I think that was it. And he wanted out. I think he likes the kids. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So the bird flew off my head. It hurt. It did. It hurt a lot. But it is what it is. All right? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Threw me off when the bird like stuck into my brain. You know what I mean? Might just throw you off a second. Anyway, let's keep it moving. No excuses. You can't have a bird if it's going to distract you. Then you got to keep it moving. All right? So look. I delete all my work. I can't believe I did it, but I did. Sometimes it hurts, but I'm like, you know what? Who cares? Because I want to see what... So right here, look, we have just extreme support right here. We've been bouncing off. Okay? And we're in a falling wedge. This is it. Now, we're likely for the falling wedge to break to the downside. However, it's been holding. That's been the odd scenario here. We're getting overbought on the 1 hour, though, and the 1 hour does want to push down on you. Right? And look, and this is the channel that we had growing. So I just wanted to rebuild so you could see clean. This is what we're doing. Now, I don't know about the other people on the channel, but when the 15-minute gets extremely oversold, it's likely to hold there for some bit. All right? And we do see that divergence starting to break out. It's exaggerated bullish divergence. When you have flat price action, but moving to the upside, RSI, you have hidden bullish divergence. You see? I mean, you have exaggerated bullish. And let me just make this cleaner. At the end of the day, it also is just like this falling wedge. See it? It's a flag right there. So you have two patterns at play. You have this trend line that's holding. You have this upper trend line. And then you have also the flag inside that I'm open-minded to have all of these occurring. So look, the measured move if you break out, and I'm not saying we are breaking out. I'm just giving you the measured move if we do break out, would take you to 20,900, and that would get you above 20,008, which has been a big pain in the butt area for Bitcoin, all right? We got to get back above. Like, here's your major resistance here, 20,575, you know? And then this little notch here has really also been an issue. But right there, right? Resistant, you can't get above the resistance, okay? So right now, the 15-minute wants to bounce back to the upside. It's oversold on the stochastic. So you're looking for some type of move like this. At that point, you're going to get oversold. Then does the 1 hour start to dump on you to the downside. I'm still bearish until Bitcoin closes a candle above 20,003, 20,500. Just no reason to close the short. So there's no reason not to be short right now, in my humble opinion. All right? All you have is a 15-minute Hail Mary that could change the game. And again, it could. But right now, that's just low probability. So right now, I would stay short on the market. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. But me personally, I would be staying short. All right? And that is what it is. And why? Because resistance, 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 resistance. You keep making lower resistance levels. And now it's clear as day that you can't get above this POC at 20,000. So 20K is your new resistance if you can't get above. So if a candle can't close above 20K, expect more downside. Simple as that, you know. Did the bird prefer Ledger or Nano? I don't think he wanted neither. You know what I'm saying? Every day you guys saying it's going to crash and we're still waiting, except to do the opposite. Felix, every guy is saying this. I don't say that. See, I'm not saying that. I'm not the other YouTubers, man. Don't get me confused with other people. Just delete that dude. He's weird. All right, let's move on. Yeah. Wear the glasses. You look like a proper teacher. You guys like the glasses. No, the glasses just turn you on. Like, let's be honest. They do something for you personally. You're just like, there you go. You want to sit on my lap and stay after school? I'm long. I've seen the same pattern before, and we had a huge short squeeze. I'm long, and I've seen this pattern before. See, to me, it doesn't matter. It's just about previous supportive resistance. You know what I mean? This is a symmetrical triangle that will break up 50% of the time, either way. And it's also got a falling wedge inside. You do have a bit of a shoulder, a bit of a head, and kind of a complex inverted, but honestly. And you do have the double bottom. And honestly, if you dump, I'd be looking just 19,005 and we could bounce off of it. Like I'm just looking at the higher probabilities, my man. You know what I mean? In my opinion, if you repeatedly can't get above a previous high, you have to remain short. It's just so simple to me. Just like up here when we couldn't get above this zone. Honestly, don't you see the fractal too? Like there's a fractal here. Do you see it? Watch. You may not be able to see it, but let me show you. You have to honestly know too, I've probably seen more of the market than almost anyone watching, possibly. Has anyone been traded for 15 years in here? You know? So look, can't you see this fractal? It's clear as day. Look at it, right? It's right here. See it? They look identical, I mean. And they're in the same places. See that? Let me shrink it again. I saw it real quick. I was like, oh, that's the same. See, you got the V here. You got the V right here. And then the fake out, breakout, and the dump. They're going to fake out, breakout, and the dump, possibly. You know what I mean? It's interesting. So we already kind of made this pattern, in a way. You know? The daily's in your favor. I'll give you that. Scotty Swing has a great idea. Spare dollars are crypto buy orders all day long. Send in a super chat for TA and deep dives. Fractals. Sam, the ES1 is oversold in the 4-hour, the 12, the 22, and the daily. We'll take a look at the dollar index too. So to me, the dollar index is cooked. Like that's where it will stop moving and it's going to start to make a flag. We need this to break down and start to dump. If it makes a flag, it's going to be trouble for Bitcoin. So we know when if Bitcoin's going to dump, if this flag is maintained. So trust me, you don't have to listen to any of these weirdos who pop into the chat and say random stuff. Going down, you're the wrong mistakes. Because no one knows where it's going to go. We just go one step at a time. And that's how you know where Bitcoin's going to go. By not knowing where Bitcoin's going is how you know where Bitcoin's going. Is that a diamond to the upside on the Bitcoin 15-minute? Don't listen to those guys. If they could read it better, they wouldn't be here. Shout out to Roma XT, my man. Random stuff. Yeah, I don't listen to people that don't do it every day. See, I don't have to trust anyone else but the guy that does it every day. Hey, that's me. Interesting. So I don't trust anybody else. Shout out to 810 people on the live. 386 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? That would be the blessed thing to do. That would be the human thing to do to another human. I'm sitting here, out here, putting myself on the radar, doing my thing. And the best thing you could do is just send in a like to the kid. Appreciate you. Shout out to East Jordan. Shout out to Gregory the Sniper. Shout out to Andre Laboide. Sam, ES1 is oversold. Let's take a look at ES1, which we already did this morning. So there's your DXY. And we'll keep that up. I want to just keep it up. 190, 109.72. We do not want to see 110 area. Struggling for the DXY. All right. Yeah, so right now, I would have to remain bearish on Bitcoin. The 50-minute is about to pop to the upside. Let's see what it can do. I've seen 50-minute miracle tosses happen. Let's see. We'll throw BOOKMAP your way as well. And honestly, lack of liquidity on BOOKMAP. Very scarce. All we have is a huge buy order at 19,006. We have some orders here too at 20,200, 20,100. Could we get a short squeeze? There's a chance. I mean, here's 600, 400, 400. There's definitely like 1,200 Bitcoin here. 300, 300, 400. You kind of evened out here. A little more liquidity on the lower end of the buy, but you know, you're kind of evened out here. I wouldn't be surprised if we did go to 19,600. That's where the probability lies based on the 1 hour time frame, but anything is possible. That's BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP, if you would like this, if you want to see what is going on here, the balls are showing me where the big buy orders and sell orders are. The numbers here are orders on the order book. For instance, 379 Bitcoin want to be sold for $20,000. This guy wants to buy 365 Bitcoin at 19,600. We don't know if it's one person, a slew of people. We're not sure what the order book really details, but what we do know is that these orders are there on the Binance Futures account, and they are sitting on the order book. And again, 9 out of 10 times, the liquidity tends to go where the most orders are. So if I see way more orders up here, we usually get short squeeze. If I see way more orders down here, we usually get a long squeeze. So, and we can actually see the actual liquidations by using this liquidation tool. It's going to show us when people get liquidated. Right now, we've been pretty flat for most of the morning. We'll keep BOOKMAP up and running. We'll take a look at it in a little while. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Can I get those likes up? 852 people, 400 people just think the like button could hurt your finger. Don't worry, we have splints in the back. We can mail you to your house in case you hurt your finger hitting the like button. No, because we know we have ice packs and splints. I know it's rough. I know it's tough. You just on your way down, you might just, I don't know what could happen, but you could sprain maybe your poindexter finger. You never know. So we do have splints and ice packs. So don't worry, risk-free. Oh, look how diesel we look in these shirts. Risk-free, you can go and jump on and hit that like button. We have splints and ice packs for your finger in case you get injured. Don't worry. So risk-free. Risk-free. You know what I'm saying? So in case you get hurt, we're there for you. We're there for you. Have no fear. All right? Let's take a look at ES1, the S&P mini futures, which took a nasty dump this morning. Interesting enough, Bitcoin did not dump as hard as the S&P did. Very, very strange. So, and look, we had the massive dump. They tried a V-shaped recovery. It already back inside of the pattern. So we're trying to break. Look, we broke out. We got rejected. We broke back down. Very ugly pattern for ES1, as you can see. Hugging the bottom of the channel, like the Bitcoin's hugging the top of a channel. See how they're kind of inversely correlated at the moment. Right now, the 15-minute does want to pump back to the upside. So what you're looking for is this. I'll show you. I'm going to project what you're looking for. For the S&P futures, shoulder, head, right shoulder to the upside, right? That's the only way we dig out of this hole. And it's not even perfect, but that's what I'm speculating on, right? We take a look at the 4-hour time frame, and it's very oversold. Likely we get some type of bounce. So if we bounce, great. However, we're going to have resistance right here at 39.78. Wow, we lost 4,000 for the S&P. Unbelievable. But the daily is beat to the ground. Like my man said, the 12-hour is 22-hour, 12-hour, 4-hour. I'm expecting a bounce. There is a bounce coming. When all these time frames are low, there is a bounce coming. Right now, the 1-hour says no, though. So look, 15 minutes going to bounce, and then the 1-hour says no way. And that's bearish to me right now. We already did get bought back up, though, which is strange. So we're going to watch what the 15-minute does. It's going to bounce us back up. This is really weird price action. All I have is this. Look, it's broken for sure. I have a falling wedge here that fell out but broke back inside. And now the 15-minute could break out of the wedge to the upside. So that's what we have. Resistance right here, though, at 39.78, right? 39.60 when we come to there. Bulls must break back above that resistance to remain bullish. That's going to be a big deal there for the S&P. So the 15-minute comes back up. Then the 1-hour rolls over on you. And then we'll see what's going on. So we're going to watch the 15-minute. But then, look, the 1-hour's oversold, overbought. So it's not perfect. Hey, Lifer, these have been completely manipulated price action for me. Do you agree? Hey, Lifer, these. Appreciate you, XTZ. These last few days, yeah, possibly. Send in a super chat for TA and deep dive. Bitcoin can't go lower than the bottom of my screen. Broke my like button. I need a whole cast. I punched it like a little too hard, my man. Hey guys, let's see everyone. Where do you think the bottom will be at? Bitcoin, hit the chat. Where is the bottom, everybody? Where do you think Bitcoin will bottom at? Lost 6K real fast after I made 5K. LOL, Michael Kush. Trading futures probably, in my opinion. Any altcoin news? Who knows? Let's all take a second to hit the like button, beeps. Hello from Edmonton, Canada. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you so much. 12K. Where is the bottom, everybody? I want to know. That's not fast enough. I want that chat to start flying at the speed of light. Where is the bottom for Bitcoin? 12K, 19K, 12,000, 8,000, 8K, 18K, 14K, 16K, 13.5, 12,466. COVID dump lows. 13K, 18K, 12K, 11.5, 8.5, 14, 0, 0, 16.5, 17.9. I believe we bottomed already. If I had to call it, I say 17.5 was the bottom. I'm going to make that, but you know, anything is possible. It's like, you know, when you guess how many M&Ms are in the jar? 14.5, 14.5, 13.7, 16,000, 9K, 12K, 12K, 8K, 5K. Did Bitcoin bottom? Yes or no? We're going to ask the community. Did BTC bottom? And let's see what y'all think. 17K, 55K. Wow, that chat rate is flying at the speed of light. Thank you so much. We have 924 people on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? You guys will pump us to 1,000 people on the live, baby. We're going to break 1,000 yet again. Huge day for the channel. About 350, 3333. You're funny. Previous low, Bitcoin already bottomed. Crypto flight, 17.5 fake out, then 19,995, 9,500, 18K from 0 UDK. Cloud Hunk. Trick question. I don't know. Smart man, Cloud Hunk. Smart man. So when we go to the poll, we say more people say no than yes, and usually the masses are not right. So if they believe that it bottomed, it usually has. You get what I'm saying? Like whatever this says usually is the opposite. You know what I mean? But who knows? My lifers are pretty smart, so I don't know if we can go by that. I don't know if these are the masses here. You know what I mean? I wouldn't consider that. Everyone said sub 14K. M&M whales are going to front run the way they have on every major move for the past year. Statistics show there will always be that one guy. Yep, whales shacking you out. You're funny. I think we're either going to double bottom or we might test 15K. Your masses are different than other masses. I know, I think so. I know, I'm disrespectful. See, he was like, hey, I caught myself. YouTube is the mass, unfortunately. Are we expecting a short squeeze for real? For me, no. 15-minute pumping up, but look, that 1 hour wants to push to the downside. That shows bearishness for Bitcoin, for at least for the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? I've made my call. I'm bearish on Bitcoin, and I'll tell you why. Because we haven't been able to get above the previous highs. You see what I'm saying? So, until you get a candle to close above 20,000, until you get a 4-hour candle to close above 20,300, I remain bearish. Pretty simple. These are simple prerequisites. The candle cannot close above 20,300. I remain bearish. Now it's 20K. Now you have resistance at 20,000. Look, I mean, couldn't get above. Now you have resistance right here. Look, clear as day right there at this POC sticking out. It's a point of control. Resistance. Bounce. You fell back below it again. So I don't know what universe these people live in. He's like, I've seen this before. Ace, I love you, but double top to the downside. 1 hour will clean you up later on when the 15-minute, But what I do see is, look, the 1 hour is pushing. Eventually, it's going to be oversold. There's going to be not much left. And we are holding a zone. So there's indecision here for Bitcoin. If I have to play it, the probability is short. But at the same time, we could go sideways or up. Anything is, I'm calling short. But at the same time, even my probabilities now are telling me, hey, be careful because the 15-minute is oversold. It doesn't want to give you any more pain. And you're in a falling wedge now. You're actually in a Sammy Cup and Hattie. Look at this. Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside. A lot of people like this, And we got a lot of people here on the stream today. They may not have seen my Marky Mark or my Peter. My best friend is Peter on Family Guy. He's a really good guy, and I could get him to come on the stream. Yo, can you come on in? He stays upstairs and, yo, Bobby! No, sir. Come on, Bobby. All right, he'll come on. All right, I'm going to give him the mic. Hey, everybody. If you're going to watch crypto, you're going to come to Quahog, Rhode Island. You're going to watch cryptolifer. Everyone here at Family Guy, we absolutely love them. My name's Peter. I love Lois. I love Brian. I love everyone in my family but Meg. And so I just want you to know that if you're going to watch crypto, then you got to watch cryptolifer on YouTube. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Hey, Chris, get to your room before I put my foot up your ear. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Peter loves everybody here. Peter loves crypto. Peter loves Bitcoin. So if you're going to watch crypto, if you're going to learn about crypto, you got to watch the cryptolifer on YouTube. Quahog, everybody, we love him. Brian, let's go watch the dog. Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Shout out to everybody here. I'm Peter Griffin, and I want you to watch cryptolifer on YouTube. Thank you so much. Wow. I can't believe he does that for me. It's so nice. It's the coolest thing ever. I couldn't believe he did that. Nicest dude ever, man. I wish he would be on camera, but he just, he doesn't want to do that. He's always a little So it is what it is, but what a beautiful day it is to be alive. But look, this is a little bit of a cup and handle here. 15-minute does want to bounce to the upside. The idea is, can you get a candle to close above 20,300? All right, so I am bearish until the candle closes above 20,300. Simple as that. The bulls show me a candle to close above 20,003, then we may be able to go for 20,005, and then we can change the tune. Until then, you must remain bearish. So what could be happening is the 50-minute could roll up, not get above the zone, and then just dump on you to the downside. It's very, very plausible. Okay? We watch your live every morning and every night. Keep up the great work. Very appreciated, Sam. Shout out to Cozy Beeb. We love you. Thank you so much. ETH down 20 to 30. 2 to 300 to a new all-time high. ETH down 2,300 to the new all-time high. 3K? Possibly. Are you talking about the asset ETH down or ETH is going down? You know what I mean? And look, there's the short to the downside there. Boom, bada boom. And look, we also just broke this trend line. When you break the trend line, now you're looking for a bearish retest. Now you're looking for, the 50-minute to come back in and retest this to the downside. I'm short, baby, and I've been short. And there's my short making money, baby. Sorry, I'm done. I'm not going to do that anymore. I might have just scarred you for life. So 582 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I told you, for the 400 people that don't want to hit that like button, we have splints for your finger. We have ice packs in case you're really scared. Because the only thing I can think about is either you're a closet hater, you're watching me, but you're not sure. Number one. Number two, you like me, you just forgot to hit the like button. Number two. Or number three, you're afraid. You're afraid what will happen if you hit that like button. What will happen if you add to the lifer community? What will happen if you add your energy to the vibes that are out here? What will happen? You're not sure. And you're just like, do I dabble? Do I dump in? And I'm telling you right now, you're going to feel amazing. It's like jumping into a cool bath water. Hitting that like button will just be like, oh, it'll be a breath of fresh air. You're going to be like, wow, I did it. I did it for everyone else and not just for myself. I'm not a selfish person. I'm an amazing individual. It'll make you feel great. It really will. So look, we're finally breaking the trend to the downside here. And you can see it. This is the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. And I told you, if the bulls didn't break above 975, short the sucker, right? And I've been saying this for days now. Look, bulls must break above $975 billion. Simple as that. Simple as that. If the bulls can't break the zone, you can kiss this rally goodbye. Look, we couldn't get above it. Then we chose 965. Then we chose 950. Then we broke 950. Look, now we just broke 945. So I watched the total market cap. And I'm looking at these levels, and look, now the next level to go to is 932. We're about to lose $6 million out of the market cap. Look, we also broke a high volume node. When you broke a high volume node, where do you go to? To the next high volume node. So we're dropping down here to here. Simple as that. 930. And you can see it happening rapidly right now. Money getting taken out of Bitcoin and out of the world markets. The dollar index still, look, continued to pump. Didn't stop. 7-minute is coming back for more. Look, the 7-minute has you at a low. And you can see this little flag broke out. I know it's hard to see, but this is real. That's a flag breaking to the upside on the 5-minute chart. And the 5-minute has momentum. You see? Bitcoin dumpage, baby. I called the short again. Dude. You got to hand it to the kid. And it's not easy to do. I'm up last night. I'm like, no. I rack my brain before I go to bed till it hurts. Getting this stuff accurate. Being accurate hurts my brain. I do it every single night. And honestly, I work out every single morning. Who took the workout with me today? Who jumped into that workout with me today? How hardcore was that workout? Seriously. Or do I think it's more hardcore than it is? Who worked out with me today? Who thinks it was hardcore? Are you teaching class this Saturday? No, I am not. It's only once a month. It's the last Saturday of every month that I teach class. The last Saturday of every month. Shout out to the 954 people on the live stream. 642 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? Thank you. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Appreciate you. I have been short for the last 2 weeks. I have been short since I said Bitcoin can't get above 20,300, 20,500. I have said this every single day for 5 days. I have said if Bitcoin can't close a candle above 20,300 to stay short. I have said that so many times it's ridiculous. So there's no way you can't tell me that I didn't call the short. Let's call this dude out. Jose Castillo, a weird troll, strange bean. Jose, peace out. Bye, Felicia. Go to some other stream where people like hate, because we like love here. If you don't have love in your heart, please bounce from the stream. Thank you so much. Let's put that lemon water in focus. Everyone, I didn't put the lemon water in. See? I've been off focus today. Short your shorts, shorty short. David, let's put that lemon in the water, folks. Is my daily espresso shot Yo, grow, you grow, I grow. Yo, we do it together, baby. So look, there's the short public to the upside here. I even had this drawn last night. So the guy's trying to tell me you didn't call a short. He's obviously not in the Discord. You know what I mean? So look, I love my life because I have timestamps to prove everything I do. So I don't need to I don't need to deal with the haters. You see what I'm saying? Today at 8:48, I'm putting out a short for Bitcoin. This is way before the live stream. Yesterday at 10:39, I'm putting out a short for Bitcoin. You see what I'm saying? Watching the 4 hour very closely, waiting on the 15 minute and the 1 hour. Bitcoin 3S. Look, Bitcoin 3S on 8:24. We nailed that short for 30%. I've been calling short for a long time, and I've been short. So I have the records to prove it. I have the timestamps from last night and this morning. So to tell me I didn't call short, I didn't call a long, I didn't post Bitcoin long, did I? You know what I mean? I had to, at one point, I had to make a call for my trading group. You know, I had to make an idea that I thought the probability, you know. Lifer will be in the Trading Hall of Fame, the GOAT. Too short. He got the receipts, baby. You are removed. I know, you're funny, man. I don't even want to go there anymore. He called the short, then gives the bullish possibilities, so we are prepared both ways. If you don't listen fully, you miss it. But that is not on the Lifer. Shout out to Pastor Brodden. You're the man, dude. Call that for show. Shout out to Sarah Marshall. And wait, too. Hold up. Watch the Bitcoin pump right now. Watch Bitcoin pump right now, and I look like a fool. I'm not trying to be the star. I'm not trying to be a know-it-all. Bitcoin could pump right now, and I could look like a complete idiot. It's okay. I'm just showing you probabilities that I see that I've seen for 15 years. I'm not trying to be the greatest person on earth. I'm not trying to be the rightest guy. To me, my power comes from my ability to say I don't know. My power comes, see, most YouTube channels set up, like guy says, all right, I'm going to have to make the calls, and I want to look right most of the time. So he's always like, this is this, this is that. And he never wants to say, hey, I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. A lot of people say, if I say that on my Bitcoin channel, no one's going to subscribe to me. They're all going to leave. But I remember the first day I said, hey, I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. And everyone was like, I like this guy. Then I said it again. Then I was like, wow, I have a power over all these other channels, because most of these channels will never say that. They always have to feel like they know what's going on. You don't have to know. You just have to be able to play it as it comes at you. It's just like baseball. Do you know what pitch is coming at you? No. It could be this is a great analogy. Trading is just like baseball. You're sitting there, right? You're waiting for the pitch. You don't know if it's going to be a strike. You don't know if it's going to be a curve. You have no clue what's coming at you. Okay? So the second you think you know, you've done yourself a disservice, 100%. Let's turn this into I'm going to mute the music. Let's turn this into something we can use later on. Hi, my name is Sam Price, professional crypto trader. I'm known as cryptolifer on YouTube. I want to make a great analogy for you. This is something awesome. Think about trading is just like a batter playing baseball. You're up at the plate, you're waiting for the pitch. If you tell yourself what the pitch is, are you going to do well? Highly not likely. You're like, it's definitely a fastball coming down the middle, and you swing, and it's a slider going down. You're off. You're striking out. But you're like, it's definitely going to be a curveball, and you sort of, right? So when you're trading, if you're like, Bitcoin's definitely going up, Bitcoin's definitely going down, that's just like a guy sitting at the plate telling himself he knows where the pitcher's going to throw the ball. It's ridiculous. You have to tell yourself you don't know. And if you tell yourself you don't know, then you can react as it happens, and you can hit that curveball, or you can hit that slider, or you can hit it right down the middle. So the second you tell yourself you know where Bitcoin's going, you have messed up completely. You have done yourself a huge disservice, and you're likely to wreck yourself and chew your portfolio to the ground. I will teach you how to be open-minded. It's not easy. It's actually a thought process that takes time to procure. Over time, you get there. I will show you. Join my trading group for $3 a day. It'll blow your mind. Links are in the description. Find me on social media. I do a live stream from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I even do an extra live stream for the monthly candle close and the weekly candle close every single week. I can't wait to see you there. But remember, you cannot tell yourself you know where the price is going. You must react to scenarios that you've set up in TA. It's an if this does that, then I do this scenario. Remember, you're a batter at the plate. Be prepared for any single pitch. All right, that was awesome. I thought that was inspirational. I thought we could use that for social media. I thought that could go places. So I just got inspired. I'm sorry to take some of our time to do that, but that's just necessary, right? That's a necessary need. We want to get people to understand that concept. Possibly the best judge of character, how somebody owns their mistakes. Lifer tells it straight every time and provides real-life live chart analysis. Keep it up, Lifer. Shout out to Maddie Mitchell. I have more people who vote for me than vote against me. The people have spoken. Do you see ETH new all-time high soon? No, not at all. Not even close. Very solid promo. Saw you on ATV months ago. Looked you up right away. I've been here since. Thank you so much, Jason. I appreciate that. You're the man for saying that. Much love and respect to you and yours. The Metaphor Master. Shout out to the high frequency, man. Chicken, pork, beans, rice, bread, salad, flan. Oh my God, I don't know. You hit that like button. You're so funny, man. The beginner's course will enhance your trading group experience. You're awesome, man. Have my support, brother. Thank you so much. Sam, that's how you cover a super like that. That's how you cover a super like that. I left your stream last night, slept, got up, and you're still streaming. Legend. Crypto TA grinder. My man. Sam has been my mentor from day one in trading. I've learned everything I know from the lifer. Thanks for all you do. Shout out to the blockchain brawler. We love you, man. Much respect. Ricky, yeah, you're good lifer. Don't listen to the maniacs. Yep. Use them links under the video, people. Everyone, I have links under the video to Discord. Join my Discord channel immediately if you could. I'd greatly appreciate it. I also have links to TradingView that help the channel. Dan, you sleep too much. The Bumbo. Thank you. ETH Reaction said it all. Probably saved me. Hey, you never know. Hey, lifer. One day when I'm full-time trading, I can watch your stream with no distractions. You will, baby. It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. And you're going to love every single second of it. So Bitcoin about to crash hard with the DXY. And if you want to join the trading group, link is right here. We're going to pin this comment section. And look, right here, I have pinned on the comment the link to join the trading group. If you want to join, jump on in. All right. Also, join the poll. Yes or no, did Bitcoin bottom? Join the poll. All right. Sam is the best streamer on YouTube for sure. Thank you for saying that. Not all powerful persons comes from a powerful place. Thank you. Sam, I'm not a super experienced trader. Would I benefit from joining the trading group? Oh my God, it's for the basic beginner, man. It's for the person that just gets in. Look, it's for everybody. It's for everybody. Experienced traders come in and they like talking with the experienced traders and having their fun, but this is why we have what's called a learning library. Many people post their first chart of their entire life here, okay? I plan on taking you from the very beginnings all the way to the end. So this is where beginners, I am here for the beginner. You are the main person we're all here for. Yes. Yes. Join the Discord, man. Come on in. Please stop real quick. Hit that like button. Help show support for the best Crypto TA channel on YouTube. Thank you so much, Dave. I appreciate you doing that. You're the man, dude. Shout out to everybody here. 700 likes, 980. Can we get to 1,000 watches on the live? Join the 99. Sam can pay for a case of Band-Aids from Snowy tearing into him. Yeah, right. Take the red pill and hit that like button. All right. So I've interacted with the chat enough. I love you all. I could sit with the chat all day long. We could have fun. I'm telling you right now. All right. So look, the short's going to struggle a little bit here, but it's up. Look, we made 5% on the channel. 4.5. Not amazing. 4.7. But again, we didn't lose, right? I called a short push. Now look, the 15-minute is overbought. The short is gonna stall out here a little bit. Okay? And that means Bitcoin's gonna stall out on the low. Look, 19,000. Look, we called the short for Bitcoin, baby. We nailed it. Nailed it. Hold on, it's like I got so many charts, it's horrible. And look at that nice dip to the downside, baby. Yeah. You're like, why are you so happy? I'm like, well, I mean, it is nice when you call it and it happens, right? I'm like unorganized with my charts today. There we go. My measured move is going to take you to probably 19,005. 7 is holding off. I'll tell you why 7 should hold, because the 15-minute is extremely oversold. You don't have the divergence anymore. It's been kicked. You get it? It's over now. That exaggerated. Look at that daily. Creating a bearish engulfing candle right there on the daily time frame and not breaking above the resistance. 20K did not hold, everybody. When you can't get a candle to close above a previous high, I don't care what you think, what your feelings are, what you've seen before. It doesn't matter. It's not a good look. Bitcoin headed to 19,134 on the measured move. All right. And we're short, baby. We're short. And a way to make more money is to just trade shorts the other way. Like Phantom 3S. Altcoin shorts. So you trade Phantom 3S. This is how you take advantage of the market when the market's dumping. Can we all hit the like button? So I'm going to help you make money no matter which way the market goes. If we dump to 10K, we are all going to pull tons of money out of the market. We're going to short Luna. We're going to short DOT. We're going to short Atom. We're going to short Phantom. We're going to short all the coins that are directly attached to BTC. You know what I'm saying? Keep hitting that like button, everybody. We're about to go to 1,000 viewers on the live. 1,000 viewers, not heading to 94. You got to keep hitting that like button. You got to keep hitting that like button. You got to keep pumping. Where is everybody from in the chat? Where is everybody from in the chat? Let me know. I'm from Boston, Mass, baby. Boston, Mass, baby. Let me know where you're from. Represent your town. Represent your place. Where are you from? Let me know. I want to see where you're at. We got 1,001 people on the live stream. Yeah, baby, yeah. We got Tampa. We got Destin, Florida. We got Portland. We got Ireland. We got the Pleiades. We got Pomp. We got Ghana. We got Boston. We got Evansville. We got Ghana, Oman, Vienna, Dubai. We got British Columbia, Spain, Kentucky. I mean, you're with the world right now. You're sitting with the world. Wow. Grand Rapids, Argentina, Cape Town, Taiwan, Miami, Amsterdam, Austria, Jersey, England. So fast I can't even keep up. Oh my God, Germany, North Carolina, Concord, India. Wow, Portugal, Greece, Spain, Bangladesh, London, Bulgaria, Pacific. I can't even Dubai, Charlotte, Salem, Tacoma, Sydney, Belgium, India. Oh my gosh, Paris. I got to slow this thing down. Colorado at 9,000 feet. Man. Nigeria, Bali, Abu Dhabi, Dallas, Indonesia again. Wow. Oklahoma City, Huntington Beach, Pakistan, Nashville, Romania, Albania, Timbuktu, Holland. Your mom. Oh, my God, man. Come on, man. Indonesia. I can't believe I caught that one after all of them. Ukraine. Oh, man. Shout out to Ukraine. Hope you're doing all right. Pakistan, Freeport, Canada, the moon. I'm in your house. That's creeping me out. Slovakia, Israel, Austin, Texas, Bangladesh, Salt Lake City, Oman, Dubai, Colorado, Kuwait, Republic of Texas. You're funny. Israel, Pittsburgh. This is nuts. Kuwait, Italy, Sweden, Nova Scotia, Israel. My gosh. Let's get back into brass tacks. So I'm going to watch this flag for Bitcoin. It may get pressed up a little bit, but at one point, this 15-minute is going to stall. And if it makes a flag, it's going to continue. So you don't chase. If you miss the short, you do not chase a green candle. You flag out right here. And when this flag fills out, you get into the trade when the stochastics reset to the downside. This is my trading style with stochastics alerts. It's basically projection theory with stochastics alerts. I set a projection before it happens. I wait for my projection to fill out. If it does fill out, what will happen is the 21-day moving average will touch price action. Once that price action touches the 21, we boom to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here. Breaching 1,000 was amazing. That's the goal every single day here on this live stream until we get to 2,000. Luna TA, please. Shout out to the $5 from Music Anarchy. So right now, Bitcoin's going to stall out, in my humble opinion. Right? Good time for Bitcoin to kind of for the short to kind of fall a little, stall out. I mean, it's very oversold here. Bitcoin. So you're expecting somewhat of a bounce. Right now, you're looking for what? You're looking for the bearish retest now of the bigger pattern that broke. See this kind of trend line here? You're looking for a bearish retest. Bitcoin tries to get back in and then dumps to the downside. So the 15-minute will try to creep back up. Now, if it creeps back up and it stays in the pattern, then you're okay. If it bearishly retests, that's so you're looking at this area now for a rejection. Now, that may not happen. We might end up just making a bear flag on a smaller time frame. So you go to the 5-minute now and you project the flag that we just project on Bitcoin short. I'm teaching you some amazing special sauce here. So look, now we can project what will happen in the future. There's a high likelihood this flags out and breaks down even lower to 19,480, 19,500. So now we watch this. Low tide here. We have to let it tide right now. What do you think about ADA on Robinhood? I didn't know it was on Robinhood. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at Luna C and Near protocol. Luna C and Near. And look at that ES1 dumping even more to the downside. As I showed you, that 1 hour is not in a good spot at all. It would have to, it broke, man. It broke back down again. So now we can say, okay, no more falling wedge because you fell out of it. To me, now you're back in the bear flag with the measured move to the downside. Measured move is this whole pole here. I mean, that's tough. Going all the way back to 3864, the S&P taking a beat down. Another thing that will do is that'll break this trend line for the S&P. And what that does, that's a rising wedge that breaks to the downside. When rising wedges break down, they break the length here of the middle section, and they break down fast and furiously. That would be a swift dump down to 37.5, and that would take Bitcoin down hard. You have to remember the 1 hour is still dumping on the S&P, and that's front-running Bitcoin. That's not a good sign for Bitcoin. All right? Bitcoin did just bounce as we suggested because the 50-minute was oversold. And I told you that was going to happen. I knew that. Why? Because the 50-minute bounces once it gets that oversold. You know, we're looking for the bearish retest or a flag. Either one. If we get back inside the pattern, then it negates the bearishness and we can actually flip bullish again. But right now, no. And so right now you just watch this flag on the short here. Okay? And look, you're overbought on the 15. On the short, you're oversold on the 15 on Bitcoin. Exactly what we want to see here. All right? So, and I'll keep you updated in the trading group as we continue to move. That's why people love the trading group. We don't give up on the moment. We don't give up on the, we're always updating you, always keeping you here every single day. We haven't taken a day off. We were here for the monthly close last night. We go above and beyond. What other channels did the monthly close last night? I'm telling you, what other channels? I think Mitch Ray did, and he's an official dude. You know what I'm saying? He inspired me to be where I am today. He's one of the best. There's really only 10 hardcore analysts on YouTube. Eric Crown, Mitch Ray, I'd say me. I'd be like to say me, and like live streamers too. There's like 10 of us. You got Jordan Cameron, but Jordan kind of eats socks and I love Jordan. He's a nice dude. But like, if I had to watch 2 channels to make money, I would watch Eric Crown. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be honest. Like, but Jordan will teach you a lot. I don't want to talk about anyone. I love them all. Everyone is great because everyone is made by God, and everyone that was made by God is a beautiful person. You know what I'm saying? I try to watch Eric, but he goes on at 1 in the morning out in Helsinki, Finland. I like when him and Elsa make fun of each other or they joke around. I think it's great. I want to create that dynamic with me and my wife. He's like, Elsa, get the hell out of here, Elsa. It's so funny, man. He swears too. Super chats. Luna C, Near, and Theta. Word, we got some stuff to look at. Let's take a look at Luna C, which was the hot coin on the day. And we gave you Luna C 3 days ago. So we went over it on the channel and we found it in a nice little pocket and we took it for gains. See? We originally saw it here. This thing would continue to rip. We started buying Luna C down here. Unbelievable. This thing ripped up 130% gains for Luna C. We were all over it. Then we gave you this flag, and this flag would continue to the upside. Bang. We talked about that yesterday, see? Just coming to the channel will teach you. And honestly, you don't have to watch the whole stream if you don't want to. Come back and hit the timestamps. The timestamps will keep you going, baby. Shout out to the likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? You'll pump us to 1,200 people on the live stream. Keep pumping those likes, everybody. We are making big moves here. The channel is growing in huge ways. One of the fastest growing channels in crypto, hands down. Sorry, Miss Marshall. I am for real. I love it. I like Jordan too. East, that is. Yeah, she just likes East Jordan, bro. She's telling you she likes you, man. East Jordan, did you ever put up your video testimonial, man? I never saw it back up, man. I never saw it back up. You know what I mean? So look, Luna C. Let's take a look at Luna C. And the 5-minute is trying to bounce to the upside here, which is interesting. It's in this flag here now. So look, we made gains. Let's look at it fresh on the daily. While they opened up staking and that thing just erupted. Look at that. So awesome to see gains like that. But look, you're very oversold in the daily time frame. I would be taking profits. The daily is spent. Entirely spent. At this point, I would pull a fib. I'd put an alert here somewhere on the daily and I wouldn't touch it again. I'd be taking profits. It's too extended. You know what I mean? Anything is high risk at this point. 4 hours very beat to the ground. 1 hour still pushing down on you. 15 minutes says, hey, I could make some moves. So you kind of like this. You fell out, you fell back in, and it's watching all the price action of the S&P, and it's flipping and flopping. It may give you this one more push-up. To me, you're fighting that daily way too hard. So, you know what? This may pop today, and you're like, the lifer didn't take it. He missed that one. But my trading style is not to trade against the daily when it's this beat. So I wouldn't go against that. Just like going against here. So you can go back in time. Watch this. We'll go back in time. Watch this. I set those blue areas, and we're going to go watch, and we're going to look at those time frames. We're going to see if we can see a similar setup now back then. And this is how you teach yourself. I'm teaching you right now. So look, when the daily got high, right? And you might have go back in time And we'll go to the 1 hour now, and we're going to continue to find those blue lines in the 1 hour. Bear with me here. So look, you're sitting on the 1 hour back in the day. Now remember, the daily was extremely overbought right now. But you're sitting by yourself and you don't know how to check the daily. You just watched one of my streams and you think, oh, that's bullish. So you're going to trade that. You see tight moving averages, you know, if you give it a little more love. You see low stochastics, you see tight. I mean, that's going to break out, isn't it? I mean, that's super awesome. But the daily is extremely high on you. So that's kind of the case now. So like something can look really bullish and look like it's going to do damage. And you may just as well. And the sad thing is, I've seen this happen even when the daily's high. So it can happen. The odds are just way, way less likely. So let's see what happened here on the daily. This is super important. I want this clipped out. Because this is key, Porter Rock. Because what I'm showing people, and you can cut my section inside here, but is how to juxtapose the daily to the 1 hour time frame. And how you should be looking at multiple time frames even when you're doing a 1 hour scalp. There should be so much going on in there to really encapsulate your knowledge, because you don't want to just jump on into something without seeing the bigger picture. Okay? So look, we flip to the, you know, if we're going to use the replay tool. Also, I'm teaching how to use the replay tool. I'm teaching how to use Alt V and Option V, and this helps you read. This is how you backtest. Because without putting these blue lines, you can't go find that same place on another time frame, because once you go into the 1 hour, you're lost. You can't see price action. It's like, where was I? You can find the time and the date, but it's so hard. So I'm teaching you right now how to backtest and become a baller. Use the trade, use the charts to get more information. So like we watched this and look what happened. It didn't play out like it would, like the probability of the 1 hour, and it would eventually dump to the downside. And look, that's the daily playing on you. So this is key insight that I'm just showing you now. So you do not want to go against the overbought daily, no matter how good it looks on the smaller time frame. So Luna C to me is in that same place where it just got extended. What a run to the upside. Congrats to anyone in my trading group that jumped onto it. We put out Luna C on my trading group when someone asked about it 2 or 3 days ago before it pumped, and we were all over it. So shout out to anyone that may or may not have jumped in to Luna C. Massive gains, but right now I would be taking profits, and I could be wrong. Watch it continue to pump. I'm not trying to say I'm right every time. I'm just showing you my style. My style is I take profits when the RSI is this high, the MACD is that high, the volume has extended, we're away from the 21, and I set alerts now, and I wait for the price action to come back down to the 0.618, 0.706, and that's where I would be looking at it again. You see what I'm saying? Now, they didn't open as the staking for Luna, right? This may be kind of front running it, but again, it did pop. But again, it's overbought on the daily time frame yet again. All right, so on my radar is ERG. Let's take a look if ERG is still on my radar. I put it out for the group 2 days ago. It was in a tight channel, looking very beautiful. And look at this. I mean, something up with Cardano. This is connected to Cardano. Cardano's ecosystem is strong. ETH might make a little bit of a push for the alts. I'm watching this very closely. Bit of a shoulder, head and a shoulder. This is still heavily on the radar. And remember, anything could happen, and it could dump to the downside. But, I mean, I looked through the market far and wide, and I looked for the most probable setups that I could find. And ERG is looking beautiful on the daily time frame. Now, it will take some time. This is a patient trade. All right? And again, I'm not a financial advisor. You're going to have to find out if this fits your trading style. If you want to get educated, you can learn my trading style by jumping into my trading group and learning in the learning library and learning from all the people that I've taught, and they're going to just bleed their information into you. It's a lifelong commitment it's not a lifelong, but a lot of people are there for a long time. I mean, we have a great group of people. So ERG looking absolutely scrumptious and beautiful. I like what I'm seeing for ERG here on the daily time frame. Daily's very overbought. And that is nice consolidation. What is consolidation? What type of what type of relationships do traders like? Here's a joke. I made this joke up. Hold up. I made this joke up. What type of relationships do traders like? All right. What type of relationships do traders like? Every month, $99 a month, $3 a day, baby. I know where Laura is from now. Thanks, Lifer. What type of relationships do traders like? Consolidating. Hey. I thought that was funny. I don't know. I made it up. Right? Get it? Dating, consolidating. I don't know. Hey, just, oh man, yeah, I'm the worst, man. You never know. But hey, I'm trying to make it fun. You know, hey. ERG here. Excellent giving short term. That was great. Wow, I was close. LOL. Cornball. Hey man, but see, I have the secret weapon. I can say anything and it's funny because I have the drum and the clap. So I can be like, look, when a sun goes in front of a cloud. I'm just dad jokes for the win. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to the Crypto Clan. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So ERG looking beautiful to me. Very tight. Oversold in the 4 hour, getting so beautiful. I mean, look at that. If that thing doesn't pop, then so be it. You know, I trade probability, high probability. That has high probability. I like what I'm looking at here on ERG. So if anything's going to pop, ERG looks very, very beautiful. It has a lot of the things that I go for. A bit of a Sammy cup and handy. Because if we look at it closely here, Marv. I'm doing the Marv, but I call the other guy Marv. Jim. It was 1975, Jim. I was doing the announcing of the Celtics game, 1975. So ERG, man, with a beautiful move to the upside. Possible. All right. Possible. But ERG's on my radar. I'm going to give you guys a freebie. I have some other ones that look nice too, but I'm not giving them out. BRISE has been one of the biggest coins in the game recently. A lot of information for BRISE. So look, I just want to bring you guys some cool info. Some news archivals. Number one, Jim Cramer warns crypto. He warns it will take your life savings. What a weirdo. This guy is a strange dude, man. Let's address the elephant in the room, the bad metaverse graphics. They're horrible, right? But look, BitGert. BRISE has been trending the past week, but today reached its top trending status. Huge amount of hype around this blockchain and its ecosystem. Certainly one to watch over the bear market moving into the next bull run. Selling points are the world's cheapest gas fees, security, user privacy, and scalability. BRISE is the number 2 top trending coin in the US for the past week behind LUNC. And that's why we traded it for massive gains. We nailed it. You see what I'm saying? Crypto is the top trending business trend on Twitter today. We may be deep in a bear market, but the building and excitement for crypto is only increasing. The trend covers multiple news, crypto project announcements, bullish political news from Texas on continued crypto investment, along with jokes about Jim Cramer and his latest crypto FUD, man. That guy's the worst, man. You know what I mean? He really is the worst. Jim Cramer. And that's the briefing. I'm not supposed to read out loud, but I'm getting better at the briefings. My team's gonna have to sit with me and tell me how to brief. You know what I mean? Also, my computer is just like acting up. Most of crypto is still junk and lack of use case. JP Morgan blockchain head Umar Farouk says the use cases haven't arisen fully and regulation hasn't caught up. The head of JP Morgan Digital Asset Unit, Umar Farouk, has suggested that most of the crypto assets on the market are junk and the real crypto use cases haven't fully present themselves yet. See, the thing is, you have to understand the crypto industry to understand what's junk or not. I don't know if he does. Like, Atom is not junk. Atom is beautiful. Atom is going to be here for a long time. LUNC is not junk. LUNC is a beautiful project that connects outside APIs to the crypto blockchain. So by understanding what's happening, you know, not all of it is junk. Like Polkadot is not junk. You know what I'm saying? Akala, Phala, all the parachains are not junk. So in my humble opinion, it's not all junk. You know what I mean? Not all junk. My computer's been acting strange online recently. I don't know why. So it's been acting up. Looks bear. OpenSea turns into NFT ghost town after daily volume plunges 99% from the peak. An ongoing debt crisis lending platform bend now. Oh, no. So look, OpenSea volume plummets to yearly lows. Wow. Might be a good time to start jumping into NFTs. NFT bubble is bursting. I mean, didn't it burst a long time ago? So I never got into the NFT bubble. I kind of missed it. But you know what? We were making gains trading, so I felt like it was just going to take away from my trading. And to me, it really did. You know what I mean? So I focused on what I was good at, which was taking money out of the market. I wasn't good at speculating on NFTs, so I didn't do it. You know what I mean? You're going to watch this flag here. When this flag falls out, the short could continue to play out based on the 15-minute resetting. I have the special sauce for you. I know exactly what I want to do, and I can teach you so you know exactly what you want to do. I can give you the education so you know where you stand and where you're at. All right? So look, Bitcoin short. in a flag here. We got it up. We made 4% on the day already during the live. Can we continue? We're going to watch this flag and see if it will. All right. We're going to take a look at the dollar index. Was not sustainable of a pump. It was a non-sustainable pump. Look at that. And look, that's a double top right there on the DXY. See that? Interesting. On the daily. So yes, we got that pump of the bigger time frame, but the daily still double topping here. We must get this dump. We must get this dump. We have to. It's so crucial that this daily dumps for the dollar and Bitcoin regains 20,000, 21,000. At that point, anyone who's claiming that we're going to go lower for Bitcoin won't have much of an argument because the dollar will have double topped on the daily time frame. I also keep screaming that there's bearish divergence here. And if you're in my trading group, we blindly trade divergence. Like, tells us that we're going to be fine, that Bitcoin is going to survive, that this bearish divergence is going to kick in. The MACD's over, and everything we go for, the MACD's extended, the RSI is extended, the SRSI is extended, the price action's in a double top. We have bearish divergence. You can even say we're in a rising wedge, like this. That broke down and is trying to get back in and doing a bearish retest of the trend line. See, broke out, try to get back in, dump. So the dollar index, interesting enough, but both these charts look somewhat different, which is weird to me, right? That other index chart shows, it doesn't show as much green here. See, it's weird. It doesn't show this pump yet. So it was like, it didn't put that in there. 109.71, still pumping. So I don't know why that chart is off. It's kind of weird, right? 108.66. It says E. It must have it's like end of day. That's why it's end of day. It only gives you the end of day. That's why. So it's waiting for today's day to end. So sorry that I threw us off there. We did break this channel. We do still see the bullish divergence though. Come on, dollar. Come on back down. Make this a fake out breakout back to the downside. We must see that. And again, we're going to watch this flag on the dollar here. If the dollar can flag out and stay above my green zone, it's not good for Bitcoin. All right. So we have a really good idea of what's happening today. We watch Bitcoin on the 15-minute chart for the next 1 to 2 hours. And if that flag stays good on the short, we're going to continue to the downside. If the flag begins to break down, then Bitcoin's going to, get it back above 20K and try to hold some levels. So the 15-minute flag on the Bitcoin short and on the dollar index and for the rest of the market is really going to predict and show us what to do. All we have to do is watch this and we're going to know. So it's pretty awesome. Today is awesome. I mean, not as hard to figure out the market as the other few days have been. Some days it's like back and forth, up and down, and it's almost impossible, right? And you just have to take a breather. So look, Terra Classic up 35%, Balancer up 11%, Atom up 12%. Back at $12, Atom at $12. That's interesting. I started getting into Atom down at $4, $5, and $6. Lido DAO has also been leading the charge as a hot coin recently. MATIC back at 84 cents. So look, up in the last 24 hours, we still see some coins attempting to hold their levels. Atom, Balancer, Lido DAO, Litecoin in the game. Pretty funny. And Bitcoin nowhere to be found, right? So it's interesting. All coins are beating up on Bitcoin a little bit. Let's take a look at ETH, BTC. And this is hard trading. If you've been in my trading group and you're like, we don't make as many gains as we used to, of course. This has been some of the toughest trading the last few days that I've ever seen. So look, ETHBTC is in a flag here on the daily. Wants to push to the upside. It's a good sign. Let's see if we can not double top here and get above the zone. So right now, so far, ETHBTC looking bullish as we suggested. 4 hour also ready for another move to the upside. So the altcoins beating up on Bitcoin. Look, this is a beautiful trade here. ETH, Bitcoin about to do damage. So that looks like it can go up even more. This is interesting. So it's bullish on the 4 hour and the daily. Two big time frames that you really want to heed. And honestly, we can switch it this way. I almost feel like it was in this. It broke out, broke back in. That's like a tight symmetrical triangle. Bit of a double bottom there too forming. You can take this lane as the temporary breakout area. So wow, 4 hours about to do damage for ETHBTC. If you want to make more Bitcoin, it looks like ETH is going to beat up on Bitcoin for whatever reason. Even if it goes, so if they drop and ETH doesn't drop as much, then the Bitcoin pair will go up. So if Bitcoin drops, but Ethereum doesn't drop as much, the BTC pair will prevail. You see what I'm saying? That's what you want to look at. Ooh, so sorry. I don't know if I should have had that button unbuttoned. I don't want to be too risque here. Got to be more conservative. Yikes. So sorry. I don't want to offend anybody over here. Hey, I get no respect. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So we're looking at ETHBTC as a possible move to the upside as well. Interesting. So we've gone over the S&P. We know what to look for. We know where we're at. We know what we're looking at. The ES1 mini futures, right? And 4 hour says I'm cooked, but the 1 hour has to continue. Interesting. The 1 hour says I'm going to bounce. That's so weird. It was the 15 minute puts in a bounce. Catches price action. This is very strange price action. I'll tell you that right now. Very strange. We're desperately trying to hold this trend. Interesting. But we were going to get a bounce back. So you're almost looking, are you going to, look, you might be doing this. I mean, this is the weirdest thing. That's the tan pan. I love the tan pan. Such a good instrument. So it's got to get back up in here. I mean, this is just very broken market structure, right? Broke out, broke back in, broke down, trying to get back in again. Okay? They're playing with the minds of men here. 50-minute does want to push back to the upside, but again, like, you must reclaim 39.50 to remain bullish. Like, so you can't get above 39.50, expect more downside for the S&P. Right here. 39.45. Okay? That's what I'm looking at closely. And gold falling below 1,700 too, taking a bit of a dip. Remember, we got Fed meetings coming out. They're starting to price in the Fed meeting. 0.75 basis point. I believe we're baking in those. We're going to have those baked in. So when they come, I think the market's already kind of getting ready for that base hike. You see what I'm saying? Very, very likely. Why do I feel like this market is not going to be as bloody as what people expect this month for Bitcoin? See, you never know. You never know. See, I don't know about stuff like that. I just say, let's take it one day at a time. You don't want to use words like I think it's going to, because that you're setting yourself up to think that it may not be as bloody. And then when it is, what are you going to do? You'd rather just say you don't know. Look, extreme fear here. This is where I start gobbling up a little more Bitcoin. This is where I start adding to my stash. You know, the other day I bought 1,500. I'm about to buy a little more BTC. Just something to think about. Okay. Very, very interesting. All right. So we kind of did it today. We went over the ES1. We know where we stand with that. We went over Bitcoin. We know where we stand with that. We went over the Bitcoin shorts. We know where we stand with that. All right. Somebody asked about, let's go over the super chats. We got super chats for Near Protocol. Let's go through all the super chats now. Super chat after super chat. Let me know what you got. Keep me going. I got good because of super chats. So it was people sending in challenging charts, and I had to kind of figure out how to circumvent them and go around and figure out what was happening. So look, Near Protocol in the 15. You got the shoulder, you got the head, you got the shoulder. Okay. Right off the bat, you see that? Let's take a look at our bigger time frame, the daily. Daily's pushing up with momentum. Let's take a look at our 3-day. 3-day could bend and possibly actually get a bit of a move. Interesting. Our weekly spent, but it could bend up. And our 2-week. Yeah, you don't really need that. So the daily, 22-hour isn't looking good either. Interesting. 22 hours at resistance for Near. And here you have a heavy resistance zone here for Near Protocol. So the first thing we're going to do is set our support and resistance lines up, right? So there you go. $6 resistance is heavy. All right. Then you got a giant POC here sticking out. The point of control is 350, 344, 341. All right. You made a higher low and you got a bit of a bounce here, just like Bitcoin, at about 431. Okay. You're in a bit of a cup with a handle for sure. That's a semi cup and handy. That's a cup. That's a handle. That is a cup and handle, a crypto handle. All right. That's a cup and handle for sure. All right. Right now it is. It could break. Something could change. But right now we're in a cup and handle. 22 hours not in your favor, though. Not the best look. So are we going to get rejected by this top trend line and head lower? 22 hours suggests that we do. Maybe we make the right shoulder here. See the shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. Okay. Some could look at this like a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Okay. All right, so now we've deduced this. We look at the bigger time frame. That you can see we have clear heavy resistance right here. That coincides with this high volume node sticking out at 440. So for whatever reason, that was an area we couldn't get above here. Once we broke up below it, we couldn't get above it again. So you're heavy resistance and you're overbought on the 22. All right. 4 hours coming on down and you are in a bit of a flag here. But you have to heed that you are trading against that 22. And this has been following, you know, if Bitcoin makes a huge pump, this will follow Bitcoin somewhat. So Near protocol on my radar for a possible measured move to 5, but let's see. And the 1 hour spent too, probably likely to come on down. So right now, watch for this flag to get created. Possibly a spike up for the 4 hour time frame, but those bigger time frames not in your favor for Near. So, and again, I could be wrong. Anything could happen. And honestly, this is a bit of a cup and handle too. See that? Sammy cup and hattie to the upside. Yes. But the idea is this. I mean, so the 1 hour's getting spent. So you needed to see just some type of short squeeze on Bitcoin that pushes everything out. But you're more likely to come down here for the next entry bounce. And then maybe the 4 hour comes up. You could even then get bearish divergence and then the 4 hour, the 22, and everything dumps on you. So it worries me that 22 hour is so extended. You know what I mean? That just, it's a little, you know, but again, could it dump and stay up here like this? Anything could happen. And look, it did numbers from up here. So it's high risk, but there's a chance that the 4 hour does make a move to the upside. But when you trade this, you just have to know you're trading a little more high risk. If the 22 hour was super oversold, there would be it would be way carefree. I'd be like, oh, this is ready to go, boom, you know. Near, Theta, and Teller, right? Don't worry, George said we gonna go up, right? Exactly. I actually think that's mean. Like, we don't want to make fun of how people speak. It's a little, to me, it's low frequency. And again, I know I think it's funny, and I've joked around with it, but I'm changing a new leaf. Like a month ago, I think that was funny, but now it's just like, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Because we're kind of making fun of him. He should learn how to talk after all his years of being on YouTube. My humble opinion, but I mean, this could make a break of 18% on the 4 hour time frame, but you got to wait for the 1 hour to come on down first, in my humble opinion. See? So I set alerts here somewhere in the middle. When that hits, I'll reassess the situation. But Near does look like it may pump on the 4 hour. Thanks for the breakdown. GB similar to ETH. Yeah. Vibrate higher, everybody. Shout out to everybody here on the live. They are creating possible liquidity from that dolphin dip for the possible 4 hour diamond bottom. The only person I make fun of is myself. Shout out to Zeno, man. There is a question from Music Anarchy SuperChat. What is the question? You know? What was the question? Rewrite the question. If you're in a Bitcoin long in losses with a liquidation of 17.5, would you close or wait for a turnaround? Well, I wouldn't be in that position because I don't trade leverage, so I would never be in that position. You know what I mean? So I can't really answer that because I don't get myself into liquidation periods. You know what I mean? If I was in a Bitcoin long with a liquidation of 17.5, I mean, that's completely up to you. See, the thing is that would depend how much money I had. Did I have 50 grand? Did I have 5 grand in the trade? Or do I have 5 grand to my name? Do I have 3 grand in the trade? I mean, is it my last $1,000? There's so many more questions that question arises. You know what I mean? Shout out to Stack, man. What's the word? What's the word? Here for a bag of lemons. Stack is back, moving and grooving. So it's time to pay that like tax. Haters, eat your 3S shorts, baby. Shout out to my man, Stack McChange in the game, dude. I missed you so much, Stack. I love you. Thank you for jumping on in, man. You know I was going to be here every single day, bro, until you got back. I love you, Stack. You're the man, dude. That's a tough question, man. You're asking someone to take responsibility for you, and I just can't do that. You know what I mean? Again, I'll never tell you what to buy or sell. And I'm trying to vicariously think if I was in this situation. It would depend how much I was down. I need to know way more information. If I was down $5,000, but I still had 30K weight, I might just cut it off. You know, but at the same, you know, I don't know. That's a tough position to be in. I would have used a stop loss. That means you didn't use a stop loss. You know what I mean? And now you're in limbo. That's tough. That's a tough place to be in. I'll be honest. A lot of people might be in that similar situation. You're in a Bitcoin long with a liquidation of 17.5. Do you close or do you wait for a turnaround? And you're in the law and you're down pretty heavily in a loss. It depends on how much money that is to ratio to your net worth, man. You know what I mean? And I don't know the answer to that. Guess the question was, what do you think the low will be? I don't know, man. See, everyone wants, see, that's the thing. Like, you don't want to, see, already those questions are the wrong mentality, not to be rude. Rule number 1 in trading, never get liquidated. Exactly. Don't lose money. You know what I mean? Don't lose money. ADA got listed on Robinhood. Does the chart say a pump is coming? That's pretty cool that ADA got listed on Robinhood. Manny Johns, BBQ. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. I don't know. You know, the big boy indicators tell me that the bottom was in at 17.5. They did. But you know what I'm saying? We've you know, the 800 has crossed the 50 and all that stuff. We've seen so much stuff. You bears are terrible. You're so funny, man. Not funny. George is always bullish. I can relate because I'm always long-term bullish on Bitcoin. However, it is very misleading to those who are new to the market, and that concerns me for those who don't understand. I agree. The bottom is in, said Real Boss Man. I'm in Luna, my man. Too many variables for music energy. Luna is very high on the daily. I personally would take profits on Luna on the daily, but you do whatever makes you happy. I can say unequivocally the below will be at the bottom. You're funny, man. I don't claim to know where the bottom is. I say I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, different between other channels. I'm not bullish, I'm not bearish. I look at the probabilities of that day and I play the market. Overall, long-term, I am long-term bullish on Bitcoin because they continue to print money. So if they continue to print money, I'm long-term bullish on Bitcoin. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But look, the dollar index continues to flag out here above the resistance. Not a good look. Not a good look. And today I am short Bitcoin. And I made it really clear why I'm short Bitcoin. And I've discussed it. If you want to know why, go back to the beginning of the video. Don't misunderstand. I'm long-term. He is saying the same thing Sam is. All good. Appreciate the feedback. Anytime, man. Exactly. What matters is momentum, not price. See what he just said? What matters is momentum, not price. You want to see if there's momentum. If there's momentum, then I'm trading that way anyway, and I look for the probability of the momentum. George doesn't trade. He DCAs every Wednesday night. Is it right now a bounce or a retest on BTC? Let's take a look at BTC now. And I just forgot like the actual chart that I've been using. I think I accidentally deleted it my work. Should be the Binance chart, but I don't think it, all right, so here. So I was talking about a bearish retest on the 15-minute. Remember? I said look for it to try to get back in and bearishly retest to the downside. Clear as day. You see what I'm saying? Clear as day. So look, bearish retest to the downside. And look, this is happening now as we speak. So we want to see the 50-minute come up a little more and bearishly retest. Right now, the 7-minute is taking care of the bearish retest. A lot of times the 7-minute will show you the bearish retest. What is the bearish retest? It's this trend that we drew, bounce, bounce, bounce. Now we're going to try to get back in and likely dump to the downside. I'm sticking short. I'm sticking short because you know why? It's such an easy short trade because if we get back in here and we play a games, I can close the short with like minimal to no risk. It's a very low risk trade, this short trade. You know what I mean? So that's why we opened up a short when we did the beginning of the live stream and this morning at 8:38 and last night at 10 o'clock. And I could be wrong. We'll go from there. I don't have to be right all the time. I'm just showing you what I believe could happen. And you can come tomorrow and we'll find out. Let's take a look at THETA, USDT, and find out what's going on with THETA on KuCoin. THETA, baby. So THETA looks just like Bitcoin in a nutshell. You can see it's identical to Bitcoin. Whatever happens to Bitcoin is going to happen to THETA. Pretty simple to me, right? It's too big blue chip, right? It's in a giant cup and handle here. So let's see. THETA has huge resistance. It never really wants to break this dollar. It's got heavy dollar resistance at the dollar area. All right. So look, THETA bounce off the bean, off 103. And the low here at 95 was its like absolute bottom. Now we got into THETA at 60 cents, 50 cents. We were talking about it way back in the day. We ran THETA up huge. I remember Love Learning. Remember you told me about THETA when it was 60 cents and it was going to be a big mover. Boy, was it. I mean, THETA would bang on you all the way to $20 from 60 cents. It would do a 40x. We saw so many massive gains in the market. It was out of control. It was out of control. It was one of the craziest. It was nuts. Cake from 60 cents to $44. Phantom from 18 to 20 cents all the way to $3.50. MATIC from pennies all the way to $2. Like, it was insane. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin from $3,000 all the way to 69,000. We're going to see it again. It will happen again. I remember when my first run happened and Cardano went back to 8 cents and it was $1.31 and everyone said Cardano will go back again one day, and I almost didn't believe it. And then to see it back at $3.31 and be like, man, I waited years for this and it really did happen was amazing. So look, you're oversold in the 4-hour time frame. It's a really good sign for THETA. You got momentum on the daily, which is a good sign. Okay. And you got momentum on the 1-hour time frame too as well. THETA is a good project with real utility, right? People actually like THETA. However, that's a double top, just like Bitcoin. And this is the falling wedge, just like Bitcoin. And it's bearishly retesting the falling wedge, just like Bitcoin. All right. But yet the oscillators look a little better on THETA than they do on Bitcoin. So ETHBTC may be a play here as well. I'm watching Bitcoin closely on this Bitcoin short too. I don't want to make too many calls on a coin right now until I see Bitcoin settle off. But if I was going to DCA into a project, THETA, anywhere between 50 and $1, it to me is a steal. So I love THETA. I believe THETA is a great project to own long term. I'm not a financial advisor. Get yourself one. But I do really like THETA. And I believe THETA will be here long term. You know what I mean? It's not going anywhere. You can go to theta.tv and actually use it today. It's an amazing, it's a huge thing. It's not like some little nilly project. It's a big company with some big moves. And I believe it's going to continue to bang on them. So THETA is very, very interesting. I like THETA a lot. And you can Google THETA, research THETA, understand what I like about THETA. It's got good circulating supply. It's got a good market structure. And it also has the way it uses, its THETA is used as a coin inside of the ecosystem so well, right? Okay. THETA is Web3 to YouTube, exactly. THETA is still my baby, still DCAing, someday 100 plus, and a true use coin. Shout out to Love Learning, we love you. I knew you were gonna pop in there with a THETA comment. You're the best. Let's take a look at MATIC here. MATIC doing pumpy things, somebody said. So here, the last time we talked about MATIC, it was in a rising wedge that could drop to the downside. Look, I said it would probably drop to here, which was your local liquidity zone, or there. Someone asked me about it. Look, it went to my first zone of liquidity. It's getting resistance here now, and it's overbought on the 12-hour time frame. And it's not if you can't get a candle to close above 87, I would expect more downside for MATIC. Look at that 12-hour. Does not look good, right? So we had the parabola. Things were looking good. We broke the zone right there. You get stopped out. You call it a day. Same thing as Bitcoin didn't break the channel. Now you double bottom here, and you're trying to find some life. I'd be careful trading alts today. I really would. I'd be staying on that short and watching Bitcoin closely. Even if the short doesn't play out, it's likely like some sideways behavior. It's also Thursday. We're getting ready for low liquidity Friday. Remember that. Remember that. It also, what is tonight? Tonight is the weekly screen share. every single week. We stay together and we go over Bitcoin together. It's an amazing thing we do. So come on into the weekly screen share. I can't wait to see you there every single Thursday from 6:30 to 8:30. I may bump it to 7 because we have guests over. I may bump it to 7. You know what I mean? Nah. No, that ain't no diamond. I don't think that's a diamond on the GAN. But anything is possible, right? I'm with all legs, no torso. I'm in the same camp as this. Symmetrical triangle, either way. Spot on, nice job. Nice job. Spot on here too, nice job. I like it. I'm seeing the same scenario. So look, MATIC in a falling wedge, to me it's likely to head down lower first before higher. So rejection down here somewhere. And the 12 hour is going to dump on you. So I'd be careful for MATIC right now. Yeah. Yeah. It's got to close a candle above 87 cents. Really, back above a bean. Screen share is brilliant. Thank you so much. She's fire, right? And we have amazing, a lot of trading groups, it's all dudes. Not the case here. cryptolifer has so many awesome women in the trading group and awesome men and binaries who we don't even know, but just people that love life and that love to be around other people and that love to change other people's lives and love to help. We don't pay for TA. Bone is Shiba's blockchain token. We don't pay for TA. Bone is Shiba's blockchain token. Could you look at ADA? Mark, Music Anarchy, I feel you. I've been there. It is advisory to stay away from trades that will keep you emotional. If you're okay with losing, let it ride. If not, pay attention to the exit signs. Lifer, you're a stud. Shout out to John Bond. You're the man, dude. LBGTQ22AA accepted here. Thank you for saying that. I don't even know all the different things, but what are your thoughts on ETH in the short term? I'm an applicable attack. I'm an Apache attack helicopter. That's so fun. Are you an attack helicopter flyer or are you actually a helicopter? I've never met a person that's a helicopter. Watch out for your gerbil. What? Bone is down, not pumping. I don't know if I really want to talk about Bone. I owned some Bone and Leash back in the day. I think I owned Leash, no Bone though. Leash, no Bone though. It sounds like I'm saying like Steve Bono. So. Yeah, so like just pages aren't loading all the way. It's just really weird. See CoinMarketCap, like where's my search button? You know what I mean? Like what's up with CoinMarketCap? I want to search a coin. Did they move it? Like what's happening? See, it's spinning like I'm not getting all my, is something going on? I don't get my pages loaded. Something is weird. Cryptocurrencies, last 7 days, filters, 100. Usually I can search one immediately, right? Pretty weird, right? Where's my search bar? Did they move it? So strange. And it's still spinning up here, see? I'm not getting pages. He always reads the most random comments from me. Michael Martinez. And that was another one. Had you sell your Bitcoin to buy Egan at lower price to buy again? Never. I don't do that. I don't sell Bitcoin because that's a taxable event. And I've been holding Bitcoin for so long, I don't want to pay taxes on that event. So no, I don't do that. That'd be a 5-year hold that I would ruin up huge. So no, I do not do that. Yeah, so I'm in an issue with, maybe it's Brave Browser. We're not sure what it is. I was going to look at Bone real quick just to kind of get you going, but you know. So you know where I stand. You know where I stand on the market. You know where I stand. Let's look at the Dow Jones. We didn't take a look at the Dow just for fun. Just for fun. Let's look at the Dow Jones Industrial, down 140 points and continue to dump here on the 1 hour time frame. But the 1 hour is expecting a bounce. So I'm expecting a breakout of this falling wedge at any moment, later on today, possibly. The Dow does want to break out of this nasty little move. 15-minute spent, though, and not really getting above the highs. That's worrisome. So you have resistance for the Dow now at 31.5, 40. You can't get above that. Expect more downside. So you want this 1 hour and this 15-minute to break out of this falling wedge here. Do you see some divergence? You do. Look, you see strong divergence. Swing up here on the 15-minute. That's strong to the downside. It suggests we will at least get to 31,967. The Dow must break back above 32K to remain bullish right here. Suggest that we may on the 4 hour, but we got to get there, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, but that's the Dow Jones in a nutshell. Stoked for tonight's stream. CMC working for me. Clear your cache. I cleared my cache yesterday. Didn't matter. Something weird's going on. It's also when I play like YouTube videos. And it started, I left my computer, I unplugged it, I came back. I did see that it tried to garner, it's trying to garner. And look at this, I mean, we're not that far off. Look, 868, 3.6, we're not that far off. We're a quarter to one of the biggest channels in the game. So that's crazy, right? We're not that far off. You know what I mean? And honestly, let's talk about the Michael Saylor lawsuit. Now, the guy suing him is a guy that went after, you know who, over and over again, and never really won anything. And so I think the guy's a clout chaser. So MicroStrategy Saylor faces tax fraud lawsuit. It's bad for the stock and Bitcoin. I don't think it matters. I don't care. It doesn't matter, honestly. What they're saying is that he cavorted around DC for years while he had a house in Florida, and he made his primary residence Florida so he didn't have to pay income tax. Yet he cavorted all around DC. And they're going to have his flight records and his friends, and he told people, this is going to be the easiest lawsuit for him to beat. He's going to say, no, that's my primary residence. And then they're going to have to say, well, how long does someone have to spend at a certain area? And he's going to say, but I had to run my business. And he's going to, I had to leave to run my business to do this. This was a business meeting. I wanted to be home, but I couldn't be. You know what I'm saying? There's so many loopholes there when you run a corporation of how you can be or where you need to be. Like, this is going to go nowhere, in my humble opinion. I believe he'll beat the case. I believe he'll pay minimal, and it'll go right off. He's laughing at this. Like, you don't think he's even going to address this? No. This is this guy, Carl Railseen's way to try to get in the news. Like, maybe he's trying to become a senator in the next few years. People are using Saylor's name to get into the news. It's that simple to me, right? Another thing is they came out with the IRS bill on the Inflation Reductions Act, right? And, a lot of big news stations were saying they're going to come after the middle class. They're going to come after the middle class. 87,000 agents, blah, 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 blah. So now this is their way of saying, no, we're going after billionaires. Look, I feel like it's kind of like a PR thing. So I don't believe any of this. I think it's a bunch of garbage, and I really wouldn't even look into it. I believe Saylor goes through it with flying colors. They're trying to say millions of dollars. Then they change it to 25 million. I read the thing. Look, they said, look. Even the article contradicts itself. Look at this. Proponent Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, the company he co-founded, leads as an executive chairman, faces a tax fraud lawsuit in D.C. that could set the tech billionaire and company on the hook for more than 100 mil. More than 100 mil. But they allegedly avoiding paying 25 million in taxes. So the District of Columbia Attorney General announced a lawsuit against Saylor on Wednesday for allegedly avoiding paying 25 million in taxes. Also naming MicroStrategy as a defendant for allegedly conspiring to help him. So it went from on the hook for 100 million to avoiding to pay 25 million. Which one is it, guys? Which one is it? Is it 100 or is it 25? And 25 million is like a cupcake to this man. 100 million isn't really that bad. So it's kind of crazy, man. You know what I mean? So MicroStrategy, this is to me just a PR case for this guy, Carl Racine. And I don't think he has a pot to piss in. You know what I mean? Anyway, he'll do what he has to do, right? And again, I want to be... these people just don't seem to care, but let's see who he is. He's a Haitian-American lawyer. His first independently elected attorney general of the District of Columbia, his position he held since January of 2015. Before that, he was the managing partner of Venable LLP. And then you look up what was that, right? Then you look up who was there. And then you start going on this journey. And you can see, the head was this person that got him in here, right? He went to Penn. And the University of Virginia is an American law firm headquartered in D.C., the largest firm in the state of Maryland. Founded in 1900 by Richard Venable in Baltimore. Today, Venable has 10 offices across the United States and 800 attorneys who practice in such as corporate law, complex litigation, labor, blah, blah, blah. It was founded by Richard Venable in Baltimore. It became the second largest law firm in Baltimore and D.C. Its headquarters moved to a new building in Washington, located at 600 Massachusetts Avenue. It's funny. Venable opened a construction law office, blah, blah, blah. The American lawyer. Okay. And then you want to learn who this dude is. Like, who is Venable? You know what I mean? Then you research him and his practices and what he came from. Then you can start seeing who's aligned with who. And you kind of start, after graduating from law school, he joined the Venable, but left in 1992 to become a staff attorney at the public defender for the District of Columbia. He returned to private practice, where he handled large white-collar civil cases. He then team representing food services and a class action discrimination. He represented a D.C. Council, elections, tenure. Served as the board of the Legal Aid of Society of District of Columbia as a member of the steering committee of Whitman. I think this man's running for office. I think he's going to run for office, and he wants to look like someone who's stopping the billionaires. And I believe this is just a PR way to get his name attached to Michael Saylor's so he can get himself kind of where he wants to be in life, in my humble opinion. I think it's a bunch of hoopla, honestly. They don't have much on the guy, saying he lived in D.C. You know what I mean? And like, whatever, man. It's pretty funny to me. So look, if Bitcoin drops, it's going to take Flux drop. Most things are dropping to the downside. Even Flux is losing its position here, but not too bad. And do we have some divergence? We don't, though, on the 15th. Remember, anything could go down. Just because something looks good does not mean it can't dump. Like right now, stop loss really, that's a little tight on the stop loss. If I went in there, it would have to be a little lower, right? Readjust the pattern there, honestly. Stop loss below this line, in my humble opinion, because you can't be that close to the target, right? But Bitcoin dumps. This is going to dump with Bitcoin. It is what it is. And if the dollar index continues to boom out of this, so you're watching this flag. This flag breaks out. Look, there's a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. That's a good sign that we could dump to the downside. This flag is huge right now for everything. For Flux, for the whole market. Sad to say, because if we reposition this, we kind of have to say Flux did really break out of the channel. We could try to say, okay, it's still in the zone here. Bounce. Okay. We could redraw a little bit, but it did lose a little bit of movement there. However, the daily's still oversold. The 4 hours very oversold. And so we just readjust. Flux made a little bit of a move, but still bullish on my radar. Still bullish for Flux. All right. Honestly, the stop loss would have to be lower than this line now with the entry here for stop Flux. So I'm looking at Flux too, possibly. Again, it's not like it's great for trading. It's not like we're going to open up 100 trades right now. Okay? We're taking it one step at a time. All right? We're going to back into Bitcoin, and then I'm out of here for the day, everybody. I need to rest my mind, rest my brain. It's been a lot. So look, we talked to the fact that we were going to dump, and then we talked to the fact that we were going to pump back up, but probably bearishly retest the trend. So let's see if we don't get back in this pattern, and that's where you're going to short right there. If you break back in, you sit tight. All right? And that is what it is. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. Really not much to talk about for Bitcoin right now. We're watching it right now on the 15-minute to see if it bearishly retests this trend line. If it does, it's likely to head all the way back down to the bottom of the channel here, to the next low liquidity zone at about 18,890, right? And just the measured move of the symmetrical triangle, which is here. Okay? That would likely coincide with this, probably, I'd say it would probably extend a little lower to the 18,800 area. All right. Let's take a look at Teller, and then we're out of here for the day. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. TRB. Took a beat down. Look at that. Just fell straight out of the pattern to the downside. And again, look, you got overbought on the 1 hour and you couldn't get above a previous high. This is simple stuff. Even if the setup looks nice, look, you came up again. Now, likely we were just going to bounce here, but we just fell to what a sell-off. That's, when Bitcoin falls down, the rest of the market gets sketched out. You know what I mean? Look, the 1 hour was super high, dropped, and now this is TA. And this is why you always have a stop loss. No guarantees things are going to play out just because they look as good as the last one. Look, and that could continue to dump to the downside here. Look at that. Tell her, TRB. It went up fast. It could go down just as fast. Remember that. All right. 19,200 Bitcoin. Sir, please stop the background music. You are removed. Adrian Singh, you're gone. You're gone. I appreciate you, but don't ever tell me what to do with my music, man. It's the worst thing that I could ever see in my life. Don't ever tell me to stop music. Ever in your life. I played music for life. Music is a huge part of my life. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. See you tonight. You're all invited to the weekly screen share. Jump on in. All right? It's only $3 a day. So come on in. I can't wait to see you all. And I'll see you back here 7 tonight. We'll do 7 tonight. 7 o'clock, right? So I can eat some dinner with the fam, do my thing. And everyone, thank you so much for everything that you've done. Thank you for all your love. Thank you for the amount of people. 927 likes. That's insanity. Insanity for such a channel like this. We are growing very, very fast. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Everybody, take my glasses. These glasses hurt my face. I don't know why. They're like heavy and they leave an imprint on my eye. Like, it's weird. Like, hurts. Piece of garbage. I got to get better glasses. Anyway. $3 a day is food, baby. There you go. Hey. I like that knowledge. Everyone have a wonderful day. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll see you on the next live stream. Thank you. Watch your market. Watch your shorts. Watch your shorts over here. Be safe. Have a good day. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I could not have a stream without each and every one of you showing up, because you showed up, because you hit that button, because you hit that play button on my live stream, because you watched and you showed up, hit the notification bell. I couldn't be here without each and every one of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. Bye. See you on the next live. Crypto is life, baby. Be safe.